Hey guys, welcome to Muscle Memory. My name's Malcolm, and today my guest is going back home this weekend for a huge pay-per-view called WrestleDream. He recently just took a picture of prime time because it's his time, and he's going to dominate Adam Page, Hangman, like he's Oregon taking on Colorado. It's Swerve Strickland. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. What's going on? And careful of that shot at Colorado with that Oregon drink, man. I just got out of the place with Hangman. I mean not Hangman, but prime time, bro. Careful.
Yeah, I don't
And
want
Shador.
that kind of smoke.
No, no.
For sure, for sure. But going into like this weekend, man. I mean, as people are watching this on September 30th, it is your birthday, so happy early birthday, of course. Just go looking at your entire career. Obviously you're turning to 33 tomorrow. Looking back when you started training, you were 18 years old. What's one piece of advice you would give yourself if you were now getting into the wrestling business, like watching yourself back then?
Honestly, like not much because if you think about it, I ended up where I was anyway. So, but like anything with like just, I think when I had the things I would give myself from now to then is the same things I had back then. I was just consistent, and I had that drive to just go to where the action was or get to where I needed to be. And I had no problem like sacrificing things. I had no problem like motivating myself and finding the confidence in myself. Maybe like I wouldn't even say I would have wanted it earlier. I needed to go through a lot of hardships then to get to where I needed to be. I needed to go through those things. So we're gonna move in a second. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna. So it was just like I had to go through all the hardships to get to where I'm at learn, to learn, to build, to be confident in myself, and to like build that Kevlar, build that strength to be able to, get to where I'm at now. And only at 34 years old, that's a good timing. A lot of people are like saying like, man, when you're like 28, you should be up to where the position I'm at. I'm like, no, sometimes I still need that maturity and that grown man like aura about myself. And that's where I'm at right now. I have a grown adult aura. I don't feel like a child in the business. I feel like a grown man and somebody that knows who he is and knows what he's doing. So I would tell my younger self, just keep doing what you're doing, but stay confident and like make sure don't be afraid to avoid don't be afraid to take those hard licks, absorb that and get stronger and keep moving.
For sure. I guess like my next big second question for you is, we just saw you. You're outside right now, just like a vehicle. How did you obtain your legal license while you proclaim on television that you swerve when you drive?
Style, baby. Style, swag.
Respect, respect. And moving on to like next topic of WrestleDream. This is obviously like one of your biggest opponents against Adam Hangman Page. How do you think he's going to try to beat you during this match? And how do you counter that?
So I think he's going to try to do what the same things that he's done to a lot of the past opponents to become who he was. Like becoming a world champion. Like the way he defeated like the Moxleys, he's defeated the Jerichos, he's defeated the Kenny Omegas. He's defeated like the Lance Archers. He's went through a lot of guys. You know what I mean? Like Adam Cole. I'm nothing like any of them. So if he's going to try to approach them, or approach me like how he's approached them, it's not going to work because psychologically, I'm years up beyond a lot of those opponents.
Sure.
So what he's going to try to do, if he's trying to go through the same ways he's done it before, I've approached this in a different way that he's ever experienced before, at a new low that he's ever been at his life too, in his career. So it's all about timing, and he's also never been in a situation of having an arena in the situation and the setting that this is going to be in WrestleDream. He's never had that before. So it's more so how's he going to try to survive me rather than how he's going to try to defeat me.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good answer. And there's so many like talented members on the AEW roster. And like in dispute with Adam Page, you mentioned that you want to be the first Black AEW World Champion. You would have been if you're in his position. As like a Black wrestling fan watching that, it's obviously super empowering to hear that being like said on television. In your opinion, why do you feel like you'll be the first Black AEW World Champion?
Because, like I said, there's nobody like me. There's nobody doing what I'm doing, black or white, or any other ethnicity. Like, it's not just the fact that, and when I say that, it's not the fact that I'm trying to be the first black AEW World Champion. I'm trying to be a AEW World Champion that just happens to be black. And then that's where the misconstrued vision of what I'm trying to say. No, I'm like, Swerve could be anybody. Swerve could be any color. I just happen to be a black man doing what I do. And the timing just happens to be the fact that I could be the first black AEW World Champion. And if I would have had the opportunities that Page has had a year ago, when I, like, as soon as I stepped foot in the door, if I would have had those opportunities, there's a good chance I would have been. But now I've been brought down. Now I'm building myself back up time and time again, week in, week out, match after match, promo after promo, TV time after TV time. Now people are saying, oh, he's actually on that level with those guys. Yeah, I told you that, but y'all didn't believe me a year ago. But now y'all do.
Also, like with your Keith Lee feud, you guys had like this entire like blow up as far as like you guys' tag team, but we never actually saw like a payoff to it. Is that something that you're actually looking forward to actually finishing with Keith Lee, or are you moving on from him now?
I'm with Hangman Page. That's what I'm focused on.
That's fair. That's fair. Also, with your theme song currently, Prince Nana has also gotten really popular off it. What's it say about Prince Nana's popularity right now, as far as like how good of like a valet or manager he is?
I've never been big on having a manager, but there's something about Nana that makes him so special, that we mesh so well. With me being the brooding persona that I am, and him just being so enjoyable and meshing with the music, that goes to show you our camaraderie is really big right now. And in the short time that we've been together, that's a big testament to that, to making a song like Big Pressure go viral the way it does, the way that he's just been dancing around and making it his own, in a sense. You know, I feel like that song is like more his now than it is mine. And that's dope. That's good. There's no manager out there doing that, in a way, you know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing to see. What's mine is his, and what's his is mine.
Amazing. Recently, a few years ago, actually, we had talked behind a independent wrestling show a little bit outside of Atlanta, and you had mentioned during that interview that you were close and friends with Edge. Is that someone you'd like to see join AEW, given like his current
Absolutely.
situation?
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
Amazing. Is that someone you'd like to face in the ring one day?
Absolutely. Without a doubt. Like, I already tagged with his partner, his ex-partner, I should say, Christian.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest moments in that match for me, I said this before in another interview, was us, like, a lot of people don't mention it in that match, but one of the biggest moments was us doing the double spear. So that goes to show you how much that man means to me in my career.
For sure. And like looking at like that match at All In, if you had like a magic 8 ball and could look into the next year's All In, where would you like to see yourself on that card?
Where MJF was last year.
That's a respectful answer. Before we wrap this up, I want to talk about like some of your connections outside of just pro wrestling, because you showed up in XXL magazine, you're walking red carpets, you're doing so many things that a lot of AEW wrestlers aren't currently. And like you brought in one name at one point, Rick Ross. So like, what's been like the friendship with Rick Ross and bringing him into AEW and seeing how well he actually was in the company?
It's been great. You know, it's been awesome. Like, he gave me one of his rose bottles. You know, there's Bel Air drinks, and I still have them in my like, you know, cabinet in my home. You know, so that goes to show you how much I mean to him, and he means to me, man. He's a wild dude, but like a good heart, you know, and he's into he's into what I'm trying to to bring to the world of not just pro wrestling but entertainment and media. He's all about it, and he understands it. So therefore, we kind of like click in a way, you know what I mean? So it's been wonderful. Double XL was huge, major move. Then doing Hot 97, then having DJ Who Kid come out with me at All In. When a year ago, I was on his interview I was in his studio doing an interview. He was asking me who I want to face, and I said Sting. So now he walked me out on All In to face Sting. So like, all these moves is just like very calculated, but all of it's also divine. It's just like, it's the world in the universe working the way it does, you know? And that's kind of how it is. You put some stuff out there, and you set your pieces in certain ways, and then you just kind of allow and watch the universe do what it does. And you just stay consistent, keep working.
Of course. And like looking at like as we start to wrap up, looking at your character development over the years, especially in AEW, has been amazing to watch. And like even like you mentioned of wanting to face Sting, and then it happens. Is there like a few opponents in AEW that you want to face maybe once you're moved past the Adam Hangman feud currently?
There's a couple maybe. I don't know. I don't know yet. Do they have what I want? Do they have what I'm looking for? That's what I'm looking for. It's not about matchups for me anymore. It's not about having dream matches. I'm past dream matches now. Now I'm looking for trophies.
Amazing. Final question,
Yeah.
Swerve. Anyone who's never watched a Swerve Strickland match before, what can they expect when watching you?
Originality, uniqueness, innovativeness, like a lot of hard hitting, a little bit of finesse as well, some military combatives, a little bit of lucha, a little British. It's a lot of those things just combining to make those certain things happen, you know? So that's what I would say. Like, and you're going to see a lot of, and I feel like you're going to fall in love with what I bring in a sense of the person. But like I said, I've said this before, I don't study matches, I study people. And that's what the Swerve, like, I would say intent in my matches are, going after people, not matches.
Amazing. Swerve, thank you so much for your time. Where can they find you on social media if they're not already following you?
At Swerve Confident on IG and on Twitter, and definitely tomorrow on Collision, you can check out. Well, not necessarily on Collision. Tomorrow's my birthday. It won't be on Collision. It'll be on YouTube.com/Swerve City Podcast. You can check out the new music video that I'm dropping, Work It, featuring Fireman. It's going to get wild. It's going to be crazy. And then on WrestleDream, I'm dropping These Dreams.
Amazing. Swerve, thank you so much for your time. My name is Malcolm. This is Muscle Memory, and we're out.
Going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'ma flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.